What's going on here?
Stupidity.
What's going on here?
I want to work. Told him I want to do laundry. He said no.
Okay, yeah. See, okay, so we've done.
This is
So you're
like,
filming
this is
us
so
over laundry?
stupid.
No, I'm filming over his harassment. I've been
doing
with.
this. Like, he wants to come into our place
Harassment. You're filming us to
every
see your
couple of
dad
weeks.
talk about
He wants to
laundry.
come and know.
Well, that's a start. There's a lot of evidence I've compiled for residential tenancy branch.
Okay, then you can report that separately.
Yeah, well, we're working on that. He's got a whole.
Well, then I have evidence.
We got lots of
What
evidence.
evidence do you have that we're here?
Well,
This evidence.
But that doesn't help
No,
your
no.
case.
This.
It will definitely help my case.
It won't, because I'll write in the report that this is not a police matter.
Good.
No, it wasn't. It's not
But then why did he call the police?
We can give you the
He's the one doing this.
Yeah.
It's, you know, it's total.
This guy has been harassing us.
Why are you coming
guys
out
the
hot
other
and
day,
heavy with
so I
a
was
video
renting my
camera
car.
to tape us? Like,
That's
what
why
is-
I didn't know what I was coming out to tape other than there was a problem with him.
Do you have a contract
I
in
don't
place?
appreciate it.
No,
Okay.
No, your
What if
son.
I just
No,
walk
he
up to you and
doesn't.
start taping?
they've got a verbal agreement.
Okay. So when your laundry day is Friday?
No. He says my laundry day is Friday. My laundry day for 18 months has been once a week, and so is his. Then he changed it. You don't understand the history with this guy.
like this is
So,
like-
like I was telling your dad, why don't you guys have a rental agreement in place?
Okay, there's an agreement, a 1-year agreement, right? Then he wants to make a new agreement for the 1 year. But
Okay, like, is it in writing?
the first agreement's in writing, right?
Okay, and that's still valid or what?
No.
Technically not. It's a month to month. See, this is where the residential tenancy branch comes in.
Month to month
After 1 year, yes.
the thing. So it still counts. It's just
Well,
not
yeah.
month to month.
So you'd
So
think
it's an
things would
agreement.
follow suit.
But he said he can't. Can I?
You're just
I
trying to
said,
live
you
your life.
boss
I
man?
understand.
Me the boss. I'm the boss. I'm the owner.
Oh, there's so many texts. Your laundry time is 1 o'clock to 3 p.m. This is Saturday, December 2nd. No, it's not in writing. That's just a text message he sent. I didn't agree to that. So what if I wrote something? What if I just wrote something that my laundry time should be the same as it's been the last 18 months?
That's in writing too. I thought you were agreeing to it.
No, I never agreed to any of this. He just made it up.
Don't yell at me. I'm not.
But I already told you this.
Okay, hello, Two Shot fans, and today we're going to talk about Landlord calling the cops again.
I am the one, the way your son don't need a gun to get respect up on the street.
First time was about not being able to use the laundry because he had combined our laundry time. Instead of being able to do it once a week each, it was once a week combined.
Both of us together, is that what it is?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
There was this whole idea that even though I hadn't done it in 2 weeks, he would just not let you do it.
I haven't done it in 2 weeks.
Like a nightmare. The guy just walks around with impunity, just making up rules. It'll start with the 45-minute thing on the dryer, the maximum, when you might need an hour or something. And then from there came this whole thing about only being able to use it once combined a week.
Well, why? Why would you do that for a year and a half and then just change it?
Basically, if someone had used it in the week, even if the other person hadn't used it in 2 weeks before, you couldn't use it till another week had gone by. And even then, he wasn't accurate with that. He was very dishonest.
I haven't done it in 2 weeks. I have no clue.
The cops came by and talked to us, and they said that they would have, because they could only do so much. It's a residential tenancy issue, right?
Go to tenancy board, make a complaint.
And they said they would try to sort of be like a peacemaker and offer an idea at this fixed time. I didn't like that, but obviously they knew that there was a problem with once a week combined. So they were going to make it so it was once a week each, is what I thought, like before, except a fixed time. So we could do it once a week each, but at a certain time. And I heard 1 to 3, that was my time, and I guess my dad had this other time. I'm not sure how that wouldn't work. They didn't actually finish the whole deal off with me because they had to go to some other crime. They came back and talked to the landlord, and I don't know all about that, but the landlord just took it for 1 to 3 p.m. Friday. Like, what would be the point of trying to remedy a situation where you're complaining about not being allowed to use the laundry once a week each, and now it's once a week combined? Now, do it once a week combined on a fixed time, so you got 2 hours to do it for the whole week for 2 people. That's even worse. That's way worse. If you missed that time for any reason, then that's what happened. I eventually got to do that at the end of November.
Hi, excuse me. Do you live upstairs with Jay?
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, what is your laundry time? Are you doing laundry once a week?
Yeah.
Is there a fixed time? Like, do you have a time you have to do it, the laundry?
I can change it with Jay.
Change it, what do you mean?
Like most of the time I do on Friday, but this time I was busier, so I
So you're
asked if
busy?
I can do. Yeah, this time this week I was busy, so I asked Jay I can do it on
Thursday?
Thursday.
Okay.
I I honestly wanted to be there today then, but got tied up with something and called him up at around 5. I asked to do it tomorrow afternoon, but he said no, and I have to wait till next Friday.
I hadn't done it in just over 2 weeks. I got to do it. That's still to this day, and it's December 21st, 12:26 a.m. That's the only time I've done it. 2 weeks and some before then. Till then, that was about November 29th, I think, or 30th. Right at the end of November. Now 21 days, plus another 2.5 weeks. We're looking at well over 30 days. Like, it's got to be up, like, in the 5+ weeks. That I've done laundry one time. I did a little bit in the tub. My dad wanted to do the laundry. He had done it just before I tried to do it on November 24th from that footage there at the door.
I need to do laundry.
No need.
So it was around 3 weeks. I think it was 18 days, but it was around 3 weeks he hadn't done it in. The landlord still wouldn't let him do it. He tried to eventually close the door on him. My dad put the foot in the door and said, no, let me do my laundry. The landlord calls 911 up during this time while my dad won't let him shut the door and says my dad's attacking him with a knife. This is totally made up, except for the fact that my dad has a pocket knife on his belt and one of those case type things for a knife. So it's not concealed, and he never touched it. But the landlord lied about this, and then we get to this footage here.
Because I'll write in the report that this is not a police matter.
Good.
Like last I heard, I thought making up false claims of knife attacks to 9/11, you can get some kind of trouble for that.
Lying to a police officer who is investigating an offense may constitute obstructing a peace officer or obstruction of justice. These are serious criminal offenses in themselves. It is a crime to lie to the police or mislead the court in Canada. In fact, it can actually lead to criminal charges and other consequences if you knowingly lie or mislead the police.
Can you just go inside? Just go inside.
I was washing my car the other day. I washed it. I went inside.
Off your son.
No, this is kind of important. I'll let him go on this one. This is
I
important.
washed my car. I went inside, watched TV for an hour.
Was that your hose?
Came out. There was some streaks I'd missed. I went and got a bucket of soap and water. Came out, washed them off. Turned the tap on again. He comes screaming out here. You've been using the hose for 2 hours. Well, you know,
And that's wrong. And I told him this is a civil matter. If he's not happy with you using the tap,
he
then
can't kick us out because we would.
But-
We've done
but
nothing wrong.
I know. I'm not saying you have done
Nothing.
anything right or
Well, the
wrong or
Tenancy Act
anything, but it's a
will
civil
look at that
matter.
and be like,
I would hope they would look at that.
If he's not happy,
Wanna point the
we're not
finger.
here to take any party's side. At the end of the
I know,
day,
and
at
I'm
the end of the
glad
day, it's
that's
a
the
civil
case.
matter, right? If you're not
That's
happy
right.
with how he does
We're
his
not.
business, go to tenancy board, make a complaint. I told him if he's not happy with you guys,
Same thing.
he's allowed to
He can't
give you
go
eviction notice.
just chopping the agreements we've had.
He can go ahead and give me eviction notice all day long. We've done nothing that's gonna evict us.
Yeah, so, but again, at the end of the day,
Hey.
it's a civil matter.
It's 3 weeks since I've done laundry. I would like to do laundry.
I
Okay.
can't help you in that.
Well, do like
It's
the
a
other
tenant.
officers. Tell them to let them do laundry.
I am not gonna tell
The last
him.
time
It's
you
his
guys were
house.
here.
It's your guys' lease agreement.
No.
If he doesn't let you do something, you go to tenancy
Yeah, but
board.
that does no good because they just say,
well, we don't have power.
I know you don't.
Yeah, so that's why I'm not gonna get.
Okay, let's forget about it. Let's all. Let's just go. That's okay. That's fine.
Document it on your end, right?
I'll have to. Bye bye. Thank you for.
Now, for newer viewers, we were able to do laundry for 18 months like this, once a week. That was basically the verbal agreement because it says once a week, but it doesn't specify once a week each. There never seemed to be any problem with that. It was just we could do it. You have to phone him up all the time. And there were problems. It wasn't like you phone him up, you just go and do the laundry. He's got to open the thing up and then he's got to stand there and watch you. I don't stay there very long, so he doesn't watch me very long. My dad stays there and sprays each piece. He takes a long time.
Why are you moving? Why you take the picture?
Why am I recording it?
Why recording? You are not right.
I'm his mother.
His mother.
I'm Rick's mother.
You are not my inter-property.
It doesn't matter. I invited her here.
Why?
You can't stop me from having friends here.
Hey, what is your problem?
You are the problem, Jay.
Your problem, not me. I am set my house.
No,
Okay,
you're not
but you
protecting
can't
nothing.
argue about
You
stuff
are
they're
all
paying
you
for
do
rent.
is
Rick,
You're watching.
Rick,
You can go. You can go.
No.
You don't enter my property. Why you enter my property?
No,
Because I asked her to.
This all started up in November. I mean, there were so many other little things, signs and hints that this was happening, but it really got official in November because of the problems I had given him about the inspections. I really am so sick and tired of explaining that. Please just follow links. I will give you links to go to other videos and you can see firsthand. It's still not the same as having actually lived here, to experience this for 48 hours of yourself, what it's like to actually live around this person. And yes, I know there are people saying just move. Just move isn't easy. It's hard at this time of year. It's hard at any time of year. Prices are hard. There are lots of people that offer houses and you go to and they suck. They're not in the place I want to live. There's also the idea of saying like, hey, what's right? I have the right to do this. I want to fight for my right. And guess what? There's also perks there. A lot of people are really stupid. They don't understand that you can actually request for your pain and suffering. You can get deductions and money. Wow, ding ding, right? I'm not going to let this guy get away with it. So many people say, tell him this rule here. It doesn't matter. He is exactly the same as an 8-bit NES enemy. He just goes back and forth and does the same thing every time. No fans, no heaters. Turn the lights off. I'm doing inspections. Throw your stuff in the garbage. I'm gonna touch this. Clean your toilet. Wake the dad up. This is not sleeping time. It's inspection time. The situation here was around 1 in the afternoon with the cops, right? I had just gotten up. Well, it had been about an hour, so I did not feel well. I got sick with something. I'll explain that later. I don't have time. I wasn't feeling that good. I tried to stay calm here. You get distracted, you know what I mean? And a guy like me, I'm a little bit of an ADHD. I am a very ADHD person. You get excited. You're like, what are you talking about? The female cop continuously complains about, and I can understand that they got thrown off by the camera. I think what didn't get explained, oh, you guys think I'm trying to come here with the camera to catch you doing wrong things, because people do that all the time. I never was doing that. I saw the landlord and the Punjabi cop talking to him, and that's that. I wanted to go over there, but my dad, who's been accused of the knife attack, that's why I went there. Plus, there were 2 cops there. So that was the area of interest. So I would go from there over, but I never could. My dad, he keeps interrupting me. We're on the same team, but he's interrupting me. The guy cop is staying pretty calm. He's the only, like, even though he said a couple things that are ridiculous, he did stay calm.
What evidence do you have that we're here?
Well, this evidence.
He never says anything about the camera the whole time. The camera's on him, kind of, the whole time. It's never on the girl except 1 or 2 random passes by. And she's complaining about it the whole time. You wonder, what the hell is she even here for?
So you're filming us over laundry? You're filming us to see your dad talk about laundry?
To come and know us.
How are you coming out hot and heavy with a video camera to tape us? Like,
That's why
I didn't.
Do you have a contract in place?
Appreciate it.
Your
What
son.
if I just
No,
walked
he
up to you and
doesn't.
started taping?
They've got a verbal agreement.
You know what I mean? You came for a knife attack, and she asked me, she says, oh, you're filming us over laundry?
So you're filming us over laundry?
Stupid.
Didn't you just come over laundry? Or oh yeah, that's right, you came over a knife attack. Either way, neither are even being brought up. It's just me and my camera now. And then the guy tries to actually ask questions. It's amazing the difference between these two.
Do you have a contract in place?
It really is not an advertisement for, women in police uniforms. No offense, but this is not a good example. This girl should be working in a Wendy's. In fact, can we get a clip of that?
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because
this guy just walking around making up rules with impunity. They're small, but they add up. I mean, the guy made a false 9/11 claim, getting heated up just thinking about it. You can see it in me. You can see my veins pulsating. Residential Tenancy Board dispute resolution proceeding package. That's a package you got to serve to them with evidence. You got photocopied stuff, pictures of him taking the hose, not letting my dad rinse and wash his car with the hose because it's his water. What the hell kind of bill is he paying for water? Guy physically tried to stop my dad from using the hose. Like, you can see him here grabbing my dad's hose and pulling it away.
What are you trying to do?
I'm gonna rinse my car, some dirt on you. I got something to do.
Just do it later. Hey, why can't he do that? You can't control the...
Not your right.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely our right. It's the water. We pay to live here. Just move the...
Brain dead.
I'm aware of that.
That's saying something.
Doing the laundry in the tub. Now, my dad was using hot water. He did that to piss off the landlord. I phoned him because the breaker went off. I thought he would say, oh, the breaker went off, or oh, I gotta do something. His first thing was only cold water. It seemed that was the main issue that was on his mind. And that leads me to believe that he might have had something to do with the breaker. Then he went and did it. And I told him my dad's doing laundry in the tub, and he said he's not allowed to do it in the tub. And I said, well, let us do it in the regular laundry then. One or the other. We gotta get some clean clothes here. And he said, if breaker goes off again, not your problem, or not my problem. Like, it's your responsibility. The breaker is in his house. What am I supposed to do? And just for people wondering, does the landlord live in the same complex? Yes, he's right above me. The same exact house. He's here every day.
Hi. Just want to give you something.
Jay, hi. This is your residential tenancy. You're being served. Here you go. Take.
What?
Residential son. You've been served. Goodbye.
Cool, you're done, bud. We got the chat logs.
So this is us serving. Now, the person there is a witness. You need a witness. Yes, the witness holds more water or more weight, whatever the saying is, than the video evidence. The video evidence isn't even mentioned in the how-tos on the RTB instruction, although they'll tell you on the phone, get pictures or video of doing it, and that'll help. But if you just serve video, it might not even count. It's up to the arbitrator. They could say, okay, it's good, but if they want, they can just dismiss the whole thing. If you serve the package to them, that evidence, with a witness, that alone is enough, even though you could completely lie about it, which I asked the lady on the phone. I wish I had this, and she said, oh, I said, why is that hold more weight than the video? And she said, you know, I don't know. I never even thought about that. That's a good question, right? And yeah, the evidence it has to be the same as what you give RTB. You give the evidence to RTB on the computer. You got to match that to the real person. If you just do the real person and it doesn't get to RTB, it doesn't count. It has to go to both parties. It's got to be done right. You can't just give them a bunch of evidence. It will mean nothing. Then there's the email. Like the video? You said you got papers. How am I going to get them all this video that I have? That's going to be later. I've got time to make an amendment to add on to my current file. But I can't just email this guy because you got to get permission. In other words, you have to literally get a signed thing from the landlord, and if he understands what I'm talking about, he's going to say, no, I'm not signing anything to give you permission to email this. You have to get a USB stick, put it on there, and then go and physically deliver it in his mailbox. It won't matter because it legally counts whether he accepts it or throws it in the garbage. As long as you have proof of it, that's his problem if he throws the stuff away. That evidence is still valid, and it works for me, the tenant. Don't get me wrong, like, tenants have rights, but as far as I'm concerned, those landlords, when you look at these situations, have way more rights, because these rights are BS. This should be like an emergency situation where legal authority somehow is able to take action and stop this guy from acting like a madman at the switch. I'm going to give him the email as well, whether it counts or not. He'll see it, whether he chooses not to look at the USB stick or not. He'll be able to see it, and he'll realize I've got all this footage of him that he never even knew about, that I was filming him doing his inspections and seeing what he's doing, making up stupid lies about having a heart attack if I don't let him increase the rent 5 times the legal limit. Okay, so that's about it for now. Subscribe or something, I don't know.